I think if I asked myself the question, would I recommend mountain biking as a hobby to someone else, I think the answer is very easy. You know, it's yes, it's a brilliant hobby, and it's very easy to give the most obvious and not superficial, but the very obvious and in your face answers to that, in that it's good for your fitness, it's, you know, it's a real buzz, it's an adrenaline buzz.
Just want to try and make a bit of an impact on the world, you know, with this channel or something, I don't know, just make a difference, do something worthwhile and meaningful.
I don't think these are the kind of important reasons why mountain biking is such a good sport. And I mean, what we do as YouTubers, mountain bike YouTubers and vloggers in general, it's the way that we have to entertain you is by showing you the extremes of the thing that we're showing you through a vlog or through a video. That's the either end of the spectrum. That's the very best bits and the very worst bits. It's human nature to be entertained by other people doing wonderful things and by other people in pretty dire situations. Like, you know, that's why we watch the news for our fix of what's terrible in the world. It's why we take to a platform like YouTube to watch some really awesome stuff that's happening in the world. And it's to engage with you guys and to show you, keep you interested and to show you the sport through our own eyes. The only way to keep you watching is to show you the really fast descents or a really tough climb. That's the way it works.
Good. That was fucking rugby. I can tell we've dropped into much warmer weather and I can smell know if it's olive trees or something different. It's like a thermocline or what do you call it, like a big layer.
But it's actually what happens in between the scenes, which is, for me, what makes mountain biking the most wonderful sport I can ever imagine, or hobby I can ever imagine being a part of. And for example, the day before yesterday, Tuesday, I went for a ride, a 4-hour, 20-mile ride, mountain biking, enduro style riding. And it's not the bits that I'll show you in the video coming up that made the ride awesome. It's the stuff in between the shots. You know, the stuff in the shots is obviously awesome as well. It's the descents on the bike, the cool climbs, just the rapid awesomeness that is riding a mountain bike as fast as you can. That makes it awesome, don't get me wrong, but the stuff in between the shots that you don't get to see, and that it's really hard to tell a story about unless you're like a movie maker, really, they're the bits that really matter. Rocks are obviously sort of off camber, trying to throw you down a big drop, which makes for interesting trail riding. It is quite twitchy old riding this. It's just an imposing landscape. The 4 hours of complete solitude, the 4 hours of being grounded, the 4 hours of being completely present, be it through a fast descent, a painful climb, being just totally immersed in the sights and sounds around you, the feeling of actually riding a bike, the vibration that you feel through the bike, the wind hitting your face, the heat of the sun hitting your face, just everything. What mountain biking does for me is it's kind of like it's kind of like meditation. It's the whole point of meditation is to ground you, put you in the present moment, and it kind of blocks everything else out. That's what mountain biking does for me. And the reason that there's a bit of conflict sometimes involved in mountain biking for people like me that sometimes can't get up the motivation to go for a ride as often as they'd like to is because there is that fitness and health element of it. It's like running. If you go for a run and you're not a runner, everything's going to be the whole experience is going to be overshadowed by the fact that you're just in agony the whole time, that your lungs feel like they're going to burst, that your legs are aching, that you're sore. mountain biking is the same thing, except what I often forget is that that lack of motivation sometimes to go for a mountain bike ride is a symptom of the fact that I haven't been for a mountain bike ride. Because you see, mountain biking, what it does is, for me, is it kind of sustains you. It's kind of like fueling you up. It's like putting fuel in a car. You think that going for a mountain bike depletes resources, and even though it does physically, it depletes physical energy, food, liquid from your body, it actually refills you on kind of like a spiritual fulfillment level. And what I always forget when I feel shit and I don't feel like going for a mountain bike is that it's actually a mountain bike ride that I need to get myself back refilled, ready, to tackle life and day-to-day stuff. The mountain biking is what I kind of need to do that. So it's important to remember that mountain biking gives you things. It doesn't take stuff away other than the fuel that you need to physically do the bike ride itself. In every other way, it fills you back up, and that's what mountain biking is to me. So that's the reason that I definitely recommend mountain biking as a hobby to anyone.